I love internet fan songs and nerdcore, and that's not just me being a Chazington fan. I've been a fan of this shit since I was like 10, which I'm sure you all find really cool and interesting. And back in May of 2024, I made a video on a subsection of the fan song genre, rap battles, specifically internet rap battles, because they're not really traditional rap battles where two guys are surrounded by a crowd of other guys saying disses that are usually not great.
Cause when I'm about to doodle bob, me hoin yoin, me yoin.
They're more like pre-written musical skits. And when I was making this video, I saw the outskirts of the rap battle community, a community built on collaboration and support, but I decided not to look deeper and made an honestly pretty cynical video about how only ERB and Fight Market make good battles and everyone else is garbage. And that same community took notice. This isn't the most amount of dislikes I've gotten, but this video definitely got some backlash, and I am here to atone. Looking back on what I said, I don't think I necessarily disagree with the things I said, I just agree with it on a lesser scale. Like when I said the only way a rap battle can be good is if they copy ERB style. Now that's kinda true, but I've also seen animated rap battles and other stuff that makes it different from the ERB formula, and is still able to be as good and sometimes better than ERB. I think the point still stands, but I'd reword it if I wrote it now. And something I just kinda missed in my research is that the rap battle community is sort of my idealized version of what community on YouTube looks like. Everyone is constantly collabing, working with each other, helping each other out. Like this one guy, Gaming Plush 64, you can find his DNA all around the rap battle community. It's the best version of YouTube where everyone is constantly supporting and propping up each other. I actually really like it. Except for the story of Undertale guy, he still sucks. Now there are two things that I want to address from the comments of the first video. One of which is from someone who I spoke about and wasn't really kind to. Mr. J. Mr. J. When I talked about Mr. J, I was pretty harsh with my assessments of him. I called his lyrics bad, his visuals not good, basically accused him of being a content farm. But after some time passing, I've come to a new conclusion. And the avenue of me coming to that new conclusion is his weed versus cigarettes rap battle. Now I thought this would be a stupid bottom of the barrel rap battle where a literal cigarette battles literal weed, but then it just became this battle royale of addicts and ended in this really cool anti-drug message. This is genuinely a pretty good anti-drug PSA, not to mention this is definitely the best stuff I've seen from Mr. J at this point, and it's from there that I came to the realization that I was definitely too harsh on J before. The reason I felt comfortable being rude to Mr. J is because I thought he was like this cynical content farm who would just look up what's popular with kids and crap out a rap battle about it, but this isn't content farm shit. Mr. J frankly knows his audience is kids, and this is a good message for kids to hear. And then I listened to some other battles and sadly came to the conclusion that they're mediocre. I definitely don't think they're abysmal shit, sure, but they don't particularly sway me. Like, the lyrics are still just okay, and the visuals aren't particularly interesting, but I will say, I respect Mr. J a lot more now. He's not some guy who cynically makes rap battles solely for money, he just cares about the craft, and whether I think they're exactly good, I still regret the way I spoke of him. So, sorry Mr. J, you're not that bad. You are fine, and I respect you now. Whether that means literally anything to you is your choice. The second thing people got up in arms about is that I missed a pretty big rap battle channel, Freshy Canal. And when I saw those comments, I actually got pretty mad at myself because when I was coming up with the idea for the video, I knew that I wanted to talk about the guys who made the Gihun versus Mr. Beast rap battle, but I just forgot. So to make sure that I redeemed myself, I watched all 133 of their rap battles, which yes, is quite a lot more than ERB ever made. And because they conveniently separated their rap battles into separate parts like ERB did, I can do the same thing that I did last time and make a tier list. Freshy Canal is a rap battle channel run by this guy named Dustin who will usually produce the beats and be in the video. He also has a normal cast of other people who will usually be in the video, like Zossum, Mr. Tibbs, Azia, and of course, Skitsy, along with guest stars like the Stupendium, Dan Bull, and Epic Lloyd himself. Freshy truly is the epitome of a rap battle community because his channel is just a group effort through and through. Part 1 of Freshy Canal is the first few battles, I gotta be honest, are pretty not good. There's definitely a lot of experimentation going on here. Like, they have some semi-live action rap battles, some battles are like the Mr. J type rap battle where they just piece together show clips and PNGs. They started to do animation in the KSI versus Logan Paul battle, and it doesn't look amazing. It's not really animation and more like a bunch of drawings that stretch around like they're silicone molds, and it does make me feel a bit uncomfortable. Also, on the topic of art, sometimes they'll have multiple artists work on one battle, but their art styles are extremely different to each other, and the quality of said art is inconsistent. Like, at one point, Sandman will look like this, and then the next frame, he looks like this. It's a bit jarring, I think. I will give them this. The lyrics are pretty okay. I mean, until they aren't.
This ain't no brain freeze challenge, but your feet are in the freezer.
I don't know what that is.
I'd say after the first 7 rap battles, it does start to get better. Not necessarily with the art, but the lyrics for some of these manage to be good sometimes, which is pretty cool. The beats will usually be beats that Freshie found free online, beats that he bought, or beats that he made himself. Oh, and sometimes he'll collaborate with other artists too. Something I admire about Freshie is he clearly seems to be making these solely because of his passion for rap battles, and with ERB, that wasn't really the case. ERB only started because Nice Peter was throwing literally whatever he could at the wall to go viral, and then his videos went insane. And Freshie was making these for 3 years before he got any sort of traction, but he was just doing it because he liked it, and that's really sick. Out of all of the battles from this time, the only one that I would say that I liked is Frisk vs. Chihiro, but everything else manages to be just fine, and sometimes bad. Part 1 started out not so great, but got good at the end. B tier. Part 2 is pretty much more of the same. Yeah, nothing much from this era really swayed me. That's probably because for like 80% of these, I don't know one or both of the competitors. Who is Alex DeLarge and why are they similar to the Joker? I don't know, and quite honestly, I don't care.
Because I don't care.
The animation is different. Now the main artist is Cyanco, who will draw the characters, and the other artists just draw other stuff, which makes sense. I don't know why they didn't just do that in the first place. One of their first rap battles from this season is their first live-action rap battle since the very beginning, and honestly, it looks pretty good. Like, it's genuinely surprising that the channel that was making this 4 months ago is now making this 3D rendered chocolate that Forrest Gump is rapping on. That's actually crazy. But yeah, these battles are just sort of a steady increase in quality without much interesting happening. The beats are a bit better, the art style inconsistencies are lessened, and the lyrics are not bad most of the time. B tier. To give Freshie credit though, part 3 is where I definitely started to see a lot of improvement. First of all, they finally introduced actual animation that isn't just stretching around, which is crazy innovative. I don't know who thought of that. The lyrics are better, and I just kind of like these now. NF versus Billie Eilish is pretty funny because it's kind of just a relic of his time. Like, sure, in 2020, NF and Billie Eilish were comparable, but nowadays I think it's pretty clear that one is a lot more popular than the other. If you don't know who NF is, he's one of those Eminem guys who does real rap, like Dax, Joyner Lucas, Dennis, Hobson. I mean, to be fair to NF, he seems to be a bit better at rapping than those guys, but when the battle says,
My intros are movies,
I'm just sitting there like, yeah, sure, man. I'm sure this intro to an NF music video is actually life-changing and deep as shit. I really appreciate that for Pyrocynical versus Mimulus, they used 2017 Pyro instead of the My Response Pyro. Very inspired choice. I am a bit embarrassed for understanding most of the references in this rap battle.
your SoCal will dive. So guys, we did it.
Also, it's funny that both of these guys are just relics of their past selves these days. More like, who's washed? Who's worse? You decide! Finally, a Walter White rap battle that isn't afraid to actually criticize Walter White. I'm still pissed at you for that, ERB. You could have done so much better. Like, come on, Nice Peter, this is truly a work of art.
Way too busy in the nut room fucking wanking his willy.
I thoroughly enjoyed part 3 and think it's really good. A tier. Part 4 is really where the bar has been set for the standard of quality for the last 5 years. Like, everything since 2021 has been as good as the stuff from part 4, which is good because part 4 is extremely fucking good. Sometimes Freshie does these April Fool's rap battles, and I don't really get what the prank is because these are just pretty normal rap battles. I guess they're a bit sillier, but like, what's the prank? That you posted a rap battle? Fucking great prank, you ugly piece of— Mr. Beast versus Gihun. This is probably the only battle you know Freshie for. Hell, it was the only battle I knew. Obviously, the biggest thing I appreciate about this battle is that it fully revived the YTPMV community back in 2021, but also, this is just a good-ass rap battle. It makes sense why it got as popular as it did because it's truly just great. Punchlines, visuals, that Mr. Beast intro is iconic. Mr. Beast is the clear winner of this one. He tears him to shreds so easily, but I do wonder what would happen if they made this battle today. Something about Freshie's channel is some of the battles are called bonus episodes, and I was wondering what that meant because with ERB, a bonus battle would be a battle that isn't a part of a season, but I think I cracked the code. A bonus battle is just a battle that has less effort put into the visuals. That's the only difference I can notice. I'm not gonna rate part 4 yet because parts 4 through 8 are pretty much equal in quality, so I'll rate them all at the same time. Part 5 actually does have a pretty significant change to the battles because the announcer voice has been taken out back and shot. This is pretty sad, but I get why he did it. I get you want to have a separate identity from ERB as a battle creator, but also that announcer voice was a large reason why you got your most popular rap battle of all time, and in every subsequent battle, it is noticeable that the announcer voice is gone. But anyways, as I said, the battles don't necessarily improve past this point, so part 5 is pretty much on par with part 4, aka great. Okay. There's this weird 8-minute long rap battle about the ancient Egyptians versus Frodo from Lord of the Rings. I don't exactly see the connection here, but it's entertaining enough. Also, this video has Cleopatra, which...
You gonna make me act up?
No, yeah. This is some of that good shit. Guy Fawkes versus Robin Hood, Gingerbread Man versus the Nutcracker, 11 versus Matilda. Great job, Freshie. Part 6, obviously more of the same, which is good. Because the same is good. Sometimes Freshie does sponsorships on his rap battles, which is pretty funny because I'll see it and be like, ooh, 5-minute long rap battle, but then it's just a regular rap battle with like a 2-minute long ad read at the end. I'm not hating or anything, go get your bag, Freshie. Part 6 brought an end to bonus battles, which I do actually think is a good thing. I think at this point, there's not really a point in having a low effort series, just focus on making the good thing good. Part 7 has these sponsored rap battles for like Hoyoverse games and shit, which I honestly prefer to the ad read because they're not only good, but I can also just choose not to watch them because Genshin Impact is lame. Freshie sometimes does these ciphers for various types of characters, Fairy Tale Cipher, Dragon Cipher, Ghost Cipher. Now, I thought a cipher had to be a freestyle because of XXL, but apparently it doesn't need to be. Now, because of that, I don't know what the difference between a cipher and a posse cut is, but that basically just means that I can't play the clip that I wanted to. Oh wait, I can do whatever I want!
Who the fuck picked this little sorry ass beat?
Also, in the slasher cipher, Mike Myers kills the Hawk Tuah girl, which is awesome. And for part 8, I really have nothing to say, except I love Zossam as William Afton. I think that's genuinely a good fan cast. And, that's it. I wish I could say more about these like I did with ERB, but they're all just good, and I can't just say they're good over and over because I'm already doing that. Oh yeah, parts 4 through 8, I'll go in S tier. These are all extremely fucking good. They hold up with the peak of ERB. Freshie Canal, I regret not talking about you before, but now I've done so for 8 minutes and 16 seconds. Now I would end the video here, but after making my first rap battle video, my YouTube homepage would start recommending me a bunch of rap battles, and I found some of them really funny and weird, so I saved them all to a playlist, and now I want to go through them all, so let's do it! Samurai versus Tenna. You know, this really just seems like someone was like, what if I take one thing that a bunch of autistics love, and then another thing that a bunch of autistics love, and put it together to make the best thing in the world, and you know what? They're fucking right. I won't lie. I was surprised with how actually really good this battle was. The visuals are great, the lyrics are on point, we got punchlines on punchlines on punchlines. It turns out that when you take two of my greatest hyperfixations and shove them into a mixing pot, you actually make a really great battle. For me, at least. I don't know how other people feel about this. Anyways. Sam won. BB No Money versus Shalat. Now, I don't really know what the correlation with this matchup is. I guess they both have a group of people who fucking hate them, largely on Twitter, but I'm gonna be honest. As much of a Shalat fan I am, BB No Money deserves the hate far less. His music is bad, but like, he's not Hitler. And I know that sounds like something that doesn't need to be said, but when you're dealing with BB No Money haters, it actually sorta does. Anyways, this battle is just sort of fine. The lyrics are there just aren't any memorable punchlines. Also, this Shalat impression is fucking terrible.
Another made another baby, hang itself.
Shalat won. Next up, Saruman the White versus Osama bin Laden. I think this is a parody. Can't really be sure though. I mean, it goes how you'd expect. These two don't really have much to say to each other, which really is the fatal flaw of nonsensical matchups. And unlike real life, Bin Laden won! Steve Harvey vs. Tana, this is definitely just a joke. It's in 480p, and given the fact that it was released in 2025, that's kind of beautiful. You know, there's some pretty funny lines. Tenna won. We got 2 in a row here from Gaming Plush 64. Ralsei vs. Chiaki and Suzy vs. Yuri. You know, they're pretty fine. Basic beat, art style is appealing to look at, the lyrics are nothing special. Danganronpa is a game that's included in a lot of rap battles, which sucks because I don't know jack about that game and I don't really want to.
I don't.
Yeah, Ralsei won and Suzy won, mainly because Yuri killed herself, but still. Okay, next up is Tyler Baudelaire versus Minecraft. Okay, this is gonna be some bullshit. Wait, what? What the fuck? Weirdly enough, this is one of the best produced rap battles I've ever seen. This beat is just absolutely heavenly. It has no reason to go this hard. And despite the matchup seeming like nothing, these two weirdly have a lot to say to each other, with good bars too. My only critique is that the DJ Drama impersonation just doesn't sound like DJ Drama. Tyler Baudelaire won. Gaster vs. Sans brings us right back down to earth. You know, when starting this segment, I didn't realize that talking about 14 individual rap battles would get really fucking repetitive. I do like how Sans has the Undertale Feels realistic voice, and Grandpa Semi is also here. There is no winner because the whole thing is a big massive joke. Let's just go through the rest real quick. Tobias vs. Birdly, Tobias won. Rules Card vs. Ina, Ina won. I just realized a lot of these are Deltarune rap battles. Don't look into that. Desmond versus Nagito Kamaida. Desmond won. Slenderman versus Jeff the Killer. Wait, this is a Fight Marker battle. I got shit to say about this. Fight Marker is like the fine art of the rap battle community. He seems to be on a posting schedule of one rap battle a year, but every single time that rap battle is extremely well made and funny. This battle starts out with a pretty middling verse from Jeff, but immediately after that we have this weird intervention with Slenderman, Alice Jack, and this third guy who I don't care enough to remember because I don't care about creepypasta shit for babies. They rap back and forth about how cold and distant of a person Jeff is for like 4 minutes. Then Jeff has a change of heart and goes to hug his friends, but it turns out he got affected by the Slender sickness, and none of that was even real. And then Slenderman drops this hard-ass verse and ends the battle. But not the video, because we have this Sonic.exe Q&A that cuts into the outro with this cool-ass bastard album cover redesign. What the fuck? This is true innovation. It doesn't follow the rap battle method, and it still manages to be brilliant. Fight Marker isn't one to be affected by formula or anything. He'll just do what is funny, and usually that turns out amazing. Anyways, this isn't as good as the original Slenderman vs. Jeff the Killer. 4 out of 10. Slenderman won. Kendrick Lamar vs. Yuri is just about what you'd expect from Kendrick Lamar vs. Yuri. I can't choose a winner because it doesn't fucking matter. And in Dolly Dimpley versus Togor Dreamer, Togor kicked Dolly's ass. No contest, she got blown out of the fucking water. Tough break, Dolly, don't punch me over it. And that's the list. Segue into the outro and don't read this part. Ah! Ah! I'm gonna end this up by saying I don't necessarily disagree with the stuff I said in my first video. I'd probably just be less harsh. Revisiting most non-ERB battles, they're not that bad, and sometimes they're good. I will stand strong to say that there are very few people who can stand up against the greatness of Prime ERB. The only ones I can think of that could are Fight Marker, Freshie Canal, and maybe Snakebite 126. I haven't listened to enough of this stuff though. I said in my last rap battle video that I think ERB should rest on her laurels, and I just do not think I said what I wanted to properly. ERB can still make rap battles, but I don't think they should be seen as the people who are carrying the torch and driving the genre, because they're really not. The ones who are carrying the torch, in my opinion, are Fight Marker and Freshie Canal. But mostly what this video taught me is that the rap battle community is truly this beautiful thing on YouTube where everyone supports each other and lifts each other up, and there really is no pursuit to be bigger than everyone else. It's just helping out one another communally. Don't read into that. I'm not done talking about rap battles, but I am for now. Bye! Hey, welcome back to the outro. The number one question you probably have is, hey, Gug, why was the video structured like this? Why did you talk about Freshie Canal for half of the runtime and then speed through 15 of our rap battles? And the reason for that is I genuinely was going to cover a bunch of other people like I did in the first rap battles video. I had a list. I was going to talk about Dilly. They commented on my first video. But then I watched 133 Freshie Canal rap battles, and that's not the most amount of research I've done in terms of time. It's around 6 hours. That's like the average amount of research that I'll do for a video. But I think for something different than watching 6 hours of a TV show or a movie or YouTube videos than watching 6 hours worth of 3-minute musical skits and then watching 100 of those. I think there is a difference in which I really lost steam after doing the binging of 133 rap battles. I don't know if I made it clear, but there's definitely going to be a third rap battles video, like 100%. I just got a whole new batch of rap battle creators to look at from the lightning round, but I just watched so much fucking rap battles in such a short period of time. I'm like, I'm not doing anything else. I was just like, I'm talking about Mr. J, I'm talking about Freshie Canal, I'm talking about these rap battles, and I'm fucking done. I like rap battles, but like, a man can only take so much. I'm not sure how many views this video is gonna get. My FNAF video did really, really bad. I can see why. I re-uploaded it to YouTube 3 times and they kept on slamming for copy strike. But I don't care. Yeah, I'm really excited for the next video. Follow my Instagram if you wanna get updates very infrequently. And stay tuned for Rap Battles 3 that is coming out TBD.